I've had a really interesting last few months, and I was able to travel in the beginning of the year. I went to Costa Rica in February and taught at a yoga retreat, and I taught yoga at a women's retreat. And then in March, I went to Peru with my teachers, Kristen Rubis and Morrissey, through the Phoenix Humanities School, and I've been studying with them since 2024. And I've been in a hard place this weekend and this last couple weeks. I basically invested in myself through business coaching and Phoenix Humanities School trainings onto my business credit card, and I've acquired more debt than I would like to be carrying. It's not crazy, but it's my own path. And so I'm needing to fill in work either through my business or through a job of some sort. And I've worked with kids since 1994, in particular some kids with special needs and kids with autism and cerebral palsy and just mental challenges and developmental challenges and emotional challenges, and it's kind of been my jam. I've always worked with kids, particularly girls, in all of my programming, empowerment, movement through my body, my power, and I took on a paraeducator position, and I was just going to do this job for the last 5 weeks of the school year. Only 20 hours a week, it was 4 hours a day in the DSL program, and I thought I could do it because it's always been my kind of backfall if I needed work. And it was one of the most stressful weeks I've had in a really long time. And unfortunately, in January, I was diagnosed with a heart condition, and I'll be getting an ablation in June. And my heart was having a really difficult time this week, and it was kind of scary. And I also just felt bad that I couldn't do the work, and I wasn't disappointed in myself. I was more just like, wow, this is what it's like 20 years later to come back to this kind of work. And now I'm in my early 50s, and it's just not the same. I don't have the same drive and energy as I did when I was doing it in my 30s. And that's most of the ages of these other paras. And, I think all teachers are superhumans on the planet. But the teachers that work and the paraeducators that work with the DSL programs and the SPED programs and the life skills programs are the true angels on the planet. And I am that. I am an angel on the planet, and I've done a lot of great work, and it was so freaking humbling to have to resign from that position. I tried it for a week, and I just had to step away because my body, my heart was literally reacting, and my nervous system was just off the charts, and I manifested a little cold. I haven't had sniffles for quite a while, and I'm just humbled. I've been running my healing arts business for over 20 years, and I've done it, right? Like, I've provided for myself since my 30s with me, myself, and I. Obviously collaborations and all the such, but somewhere I'm in the director's seat of it all. And it is exhausting, and I'm trying to learn how to not grind and be in this place of overwhelm because I have to put out so much energy. And now it's the new moon in Taurus, and it's all about our worth and our value and luxury and abundance and taking care of ourselves. And so here I am in this moment of just surrender because I just can't continue to go how I'm going. And I can only put out so much energy. And there is this essence of just having to really honor my body. I mean, our bodies are our greatest teachers. Pain, discomfort, dysregulation, it's all a sign and a communication saying, hey sis, this ain't working, and you need to pivot and make a different choice. And it's hard to do. But in my third training that I did with the Phoenix Humanities School, it is called Fawe, Learning to Fly, and it's all about working with the Watiko of the mind, the mental clutter of the mind, and recognizing the patterns we have of putting so much significance on specific things in our lives, our stories, our careers, our relationships, our trauma, our past, and how we kind of weave the web of our life through these significant experiences and patterns rather than just letting it be and letting it flow and being more free in those concepts in the mind and that spaciousness of the mind and the heart. And, looking at our places of attachment and seeing how we are attached to things that we think were working and aren't anymore. And so how do you unravel from those? And not look at it as a limitation, but a liberation. And finding where we can be more authentic and trust, have inner soul trust. And so much of it is energetics and vibration and frequency and the electricity and like the intelligence of our heart. I mean, my heart was literally palpitating and being like, do this. You gotta back out here, girl. Like, you just can't do this anymore. You've done this work. You have served and supported so many children and families, and you can't do it in this way anymore. And so I'm just humbled, and I just wanted to share that it's okay to close chapters. It's okay to end contracts. It's okay to walk away what isn't serving you for the greater good of all. And me listening to my body and valuing my body and my worth is power and sovereignty and beauty and trusting that we can have it all and that I'm able to receive as much as I give and that I am on this path of becoming more prosperous, abundant, wealthy because I have dedicated my soul and my path to this work. But I have to continue to do this work myself. And when I get off track from those practices and that daily attention, she's going to start talking to you. And if you don't listen, like I had to, I fucking had to stop this job. And I have to stop doing this grind. Because where's the fucking joy? Where's the joy in being of service when there's no room for me to chill? And so I am at this crossroads, and I am opening up to my angels, my guides, my allies, my ancestors, the ascended masters, and just asking for guidance and support and trust, like deepen my soul trust in myself and my path and my power. That as I'm giving in this place of service, it's enough no matter what I do. And even journaling and lighting a candle and picking cards and doing ritual and playing my flute, like that's for me. That's my soul work. That's what helps me to do my service work. And so I'm learning again and again of like, if I don't put that soul work first, the service work ain't gonna be there. It's not gonna work. It can't. That's too much energy for one human. And so I'm humbled on this new moon in Taurus. And I just wanted to share this because I'm sure a lot of other people are feeling this. And also just this transition that we're in, Uranus and Gemini, and Jupiter is coming into Leo at the end of June, in a month, really 6 weeks. And then the South Node also goes into Leo, so there's this energetic, my moon, my sun and rising are in Leo, my moon's in Cancer, so it's time that I'm stepping into this essence of power and purpose in a deeper, more grounded, more embodied way. And I'm really just at that brink of just trusting that less is more and that I can work less and make more and have more time for myself. As I value that, then the value gets replicated into others as well. But when we don't continue to put our oxygen mask on first and fill our own cup and put ourselves at the priority list, your body's going to talk to you. And I really, 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 really hope you listen. If you ever want to explore more of this work, reach out and DM me. I'm available to discuss what kind of home programs we could support you with, or some in-person opportunities for healing. Be well.